clears throat, leans into mic. All right, welcome everyone. Rims is here. So 2025 is rolling around, right? And every year it's the same damn thing. New year, new me, resolutions flying everywhere, gyms packed for like 3 weeks, and then poof, ghost town. It's wild, man. People have the best intentions, they really do, but something just doesn't click. It's like we're wired for that initial burst of enthusiasm, but the follow-through, that's where the real battle is. We're talking about a fitness revolution here, not just some fleeting thought you have after too much holiday food. This ain't going to be one of those rah-rah, feel good for 5 minutes kind of deals. We're going to break down what it actually takes to not just start, but to build something that lasts, something that genuinely changes your life. Because, let's be honest, being strong, being healthy, having energy, that shit impacts everything. Your mood, your focus, how you show up for your family, your work, everything. So if you're tired of the same old cycle, if you're ready to actually understand the mechanics of making a permanent shift, then stick around. We're going to unpack this. We're going to dive deep into the nitty-gritty, the stuff that actually moves the needle. No fluff, no magic pills, just straight talk about what works. From setting goals that don't suck and actually motivate you to figuring out a workout plan that your body responds to, and the fuel you put in the tank, because you can't out-train a garbage diet, man. It's just not possible. This is your ultimate guide to making 2025 the year you finally crack the code. So grab a coffee or whatever your beverage of choice is, get comfortable, and let's get into it. It's going to be a wild ride. So let's talk about goals. I know, set your goals. It sounds like some corporate seminar bullshit, right? But here's the thing. If you don't know where the hell you're going, how are you going to get there? It's like trying to shoot an arrow in the dark. Man, you're just flailing. Most people set these vague bullshit goals like, I want to get in shape. What does that even mean? It's not tangible. It's like saying, I want to be happy. Okay, great. What's the actual actionable step? You've got to get specific. This SMART goal thing, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. It's not just jargon. It's a framework that actually works if you use it right. It forces you to define what success looks like, to make it real. Think about it. I want to lose weight versus I want to lose 10 pounds of body fat in the next 3 months by hitting the gym 4 times a week and cleaning up my diet. See the difference? One is a wish, the other is a plan. But that measurable part is huge. How do you know if you're making progress if you can't measure it? It's like driving a car with no speedometer and no gas gauge. You're just guessing. And achievable. Don't set yourself up for failure saying you're going to lose 50 pounds in a month. That's just dumb and you'll quit. It needs to be a stretch, sure. But it's got to be within the realm of possibility. Otherwise, your brain's just going to say, fuck this a weekend. And relevant, why the hell do you even want this? If your goal isn't deeply connected to something that matters to you, some core reason, then when things get tough, and they will get tough, you'll bail. Is it for your kids? Is it for your health so you can live longer and do more cool shit? Is it to prove something to yourself? You got to dig deep on that one. And time-bound, that's the deadline. That's the fire under your ass. Someday never comes, man. Putting a date on it makes it real. It creates a sense of urgency. So take some time, seriously, sit down and hammer these out. Don't just gloss over this part. It's the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. All right, so you've got your goals locked in. Now, how do you actually build the machine? How do you structure your workout so you're not just spinning your wheels in the gym, or worse, getting injured? A balanced plan, man, that's key. You can't just be a bro who only does bench press and curls, or someone who only runs on the treadmill until their knees scream. Your body is a complex system. It needs different kinds of stress, different kinds of movement to get truly strong and resilient. We're talking strength training, getting that muscle working, building that foundation. We're talking cardiovascular exercise, keeping that heart and lungs in good shape, building endurance and flexibility, mobility work. That's the stuff everyone skips. And then they wonder why they move like the Tin Man. You've got to think about how these pieces fit together in a week. Maybe it's 3 days of solid strength work, push, pull, legs, or a full body split. Whatever works for your schedule and recovery, then a couple of days dedicated to cardio, whether that's a good run, some intense interval training, or even just a long, brisk walk if you're starting out. And don't forget the recovery and flexibility. That could be dedicated yoga sessions, or just 15 to 20 minutes of stretching and foam rolling after your main workout. The point is, it needs to be deliberate. A sample week? Okay, Monday, strength. Tuesday, cardio and mobility. Wednesday, rest or active recovery. Thursday, strength. Friday, cardio or a different kind of strength session. Saturday, longer cardio or a fun activity. Sunday, rest. That's just an idea. You've got to tailor it. And here's a critical piece. Progressive overload. This is where the magic happens. You can't just go in and lift the same pink dumbbells for the same 10 reps for a year and expect to change. Your body adapts, man. It gets comfortable. You've got to keep challenging it systematically. That means gradually increasing the weight or the reps or the sets or decreasing rest times. Little by little, you push the boundary. That's how you get stronger, faster, better. It doesn't have to be a massive jump every week, but there has to be a trend upwards over time. Document that shit. Track your lifts. It's how you know you're actually progressing and not just going through the motions. So we're building this machine, right? You're working out, you're pushing yourself. But what are you fueling it with? This is where so many people drop the ball, man. You can have the best workout plan on the planet, but if your nutrition is garbage, you're just pissing in the wind. It's fundamental. Think about macronutrients, protein, carbs, fats. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's selling a diet. Keto, paleo, vegan, carnivore. It's a fucking circus out there. But the principles are pretty straightforward. Protein is for building and repairing tissue, super important when you're training. Carbs are your primary energy source, especially for intense activity. Fats are crucial for hormones, brain function, and overall health. The breakdown really depends on your goals. Somebody trying to pack on muscle is going to need a different macro split than someone trying to lean out for a marathon. Generally, making sure you're getting enough protein is a good starting point for almost everyone, especially if you're active. Think lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy if you tolerate it, quality protein powders. For carbs, focus on whole, unprocessed sources. Sweet potatoes, oats, rice, fruits, vegetables, not sugary cereals and donuts. That's just asking for an energy crash and fat storage. And healthy fats, avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil. These are your friends. It's not about demonizing food groups, it's about choosing quality sources. Then there's meal timing. People get super neurotic about this. Do I need to eat within 30 minutes of my workout, or will all my gains disappear? Probably not that critical for most people, but consistency is key. Spreading your protein intake throughout the day makes sense. Fueling yourself before a tough workout and getting some nutrients in afterwards to help with recovery, that's generally a good strategy. And hydration, man, it's so basic, but so many people are chronically dehydrated. Water is essential for everything. Carry a bottle, sip on it all day. As for supplements, look, they're supplements, not replacements for good food. Creatine, whey protein, maybe some vitamin D if you're deficient. Those have solid science, but don't go broke buying every magic potion some influencer is hawking. Focus on real food first. All right, let's talk about something that most people in the fitness game, especially the hardcore ones, completely undervalue or even brag about: neglecting recovery and rest. It's insane. People wear sleep deprivation like a badge of honor. I only got 4 hours of sleep, bro, but I crushed my workout. Yeah, and you're also crushing your hormones, your immune system, and your long-term progress. You don't get stronger in the gym, man. You get stronger when you recover from the stress you put on your body, the gym. The workout is the stimulus. The growth happens when you rest. It's a fundamental biological principle. Sleep optimization is probably the number one thing. This is where your body does its heavy lifting in terms of repair, hormone regulation, memory consolidation. If your sleep is shit, everything else suffers. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. That means a cool, dark, quiet room, no screens, an hour before bed. That blue light messes with your melatonin. Try to have a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. It's not just about the quantity, it's the quality. You want that deep sleep, that REM sleep. If you're waking up feeling like you got hit by a truck every day, something's wrong, and it's probably sabotaging your fitness goals more than you realize. Then there's active recovery. This isn't just sitting on your ass, though your rest days are important too. Active recovery is light activity that promotes blood flow and helps reduce soreness without adding more stress. Think a light walk, some gentle stretching, foam rolling, maybe a swim. It helps clear out metabolic waste products and can make you feel a hell of a lot better. And stress management, this is a big one. Chronic stress, whether it's from work, relationships, or just life, jacks up your cortisol levels. High cortisol can lead to muscle breakdown, fat storage, especially around the belly, and it just makes you feel like crap. Finding ways to de-stress, whether it's meditation, breath work, spending time in nature, or a hobby you enjoy, it's not fluffy bullshit. It's crucial for your overall well-being and your fitness. If you're not tracking, you're guessing. It's that simple. How do you know if what you're doing is actually working if you don't have some objective data to look at? Feeling good is great and it's important, but feelings can be deceptive, especially when you're deep in the grind. You need cold, hard numbers to back it up or to tell you when you need to make a change. This isn't about becoming obsessed or neurotic, but about being smart and strategic. Think about body measurements. The scale only tells you one part of the story, your total weight. It doesn't tell you if you're losing fat and gaining muscle. Taking regular body measurements, waist, hips, chest, arms, legs, with a simple tape measure can give you a much better picture of changes in your body composition. Progress photos, taken in consistent lighting and poses, are also incredibly powerful. Sometimes the changes are so gradual you don't see them day to day, but when you compare photos a month or two apart, boom, it's undeniable. Then there are performance metrics. How much are you lifting? How many reps? How fast are you running that mile? How long can you hold that plank? These are direct indicators of your strength and endurance gains. Keep a logbook, whether it's a physical notebook or an app. Seeing those numbers go up over time is incredibly motivating. And yeah, apps and wearables, they can be useful tools if you use them right. Your smartwatch tracking your steps, your heart rate during workouts, your sleep patterns. There are apps for logging food, for tracking workouts, for everything. The data can be valuable for identifying trends and keeping you accountable. But don't get lost in the tech. Don't let the watch dictate your life or stress you out if you miss a stupid, arbitrary goal it's set for you. Use them as tools to inform your decisions, not as masters. The most important thing is consistency in tracking whatever metrics you choose. Pick a few key things, track them regularly, and use that information to adjust your plan and stay on course. It's about being an informed participant in your own fitness journey. So, you've got the goals, the plan, the nutrition, the recovery. You're tracking everything, but then life happens, motivation wanes. That initial excitement fades and it becomes a grind. This is the point where most people fall off. So how do you keep that fire lit in 2025, especially when it's dark and cold and you just want to hit snooze? First off, you got to find your why, and I mean your why. Not some superficial reason. It has to be something deep, something that resonates with your core values. Is it to be healthy and active for your kids? Is it to overcome a personal challenge? Is it to feel confident and strong in your own skin? This why is your anchor when the storms hit. Write it down, put it somewhere you can see it every day. Next, the power of community and accountability. Man, trying to do this all on your own is tough. It's like trying to climb a mountain solo versus with a team. Find your tribe. Maybe it's a workout buddy who drags your ass to the gym when you don't want to go. Maybe it's an online community where you can share your struggles and successes. Maybe it's a coach. Having someone or a group of people who are on a similar path, who understand the challenges, it's invaluable. That shared experience, that mutual support, it can make all the difference. And accountability, just knowing someone is expecting you or that you have to report your progress, can be a powerful motivator to stay on track. Don't underestimate this. Humans are social creatures. We thrive on connection. And finally, reward your milestones. This isn't about bribing yourself with a giant pizza every time you go to the gym, but acknowledge your progress. When you hit one of those smaller goals you set, celebrate it in a healthy way. Maybe it's buying some new workout gear. Maybe it's taking a weekend trip. Something that reinforces the positive behavior and makes you feel good about what you've accomplished. It's about breaking down that huge, daunting, long-term vision into smaller, manageable chunks and recognizing when you conquer each one. This journey is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be ups and downs. The key is to build systems and mindsets that keep you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. Discipline trumps motivation every single time, but having these strategies in place makes that discipline a hell of a lot easier to maintain. So, there you have it. That's the rundown, the framework for making 2025 your year. We've covered a lot of ground, from the bedrock of setting goals that actually mean something, to designing a workout plan that builds a resilient machine, fueling that machine with the right stuff, and the often overlooked critical components of recovery and tracking your damn progress. It's not rocket science, man, but it does require commitment. It requires you to show up, especially on the days you don't want to. That's where the real change happens, in those moments of pushing through the resistance. This isn't just about looking good, though that can be a nice side effect. This is about feeling good, about having energy, about being capable, about building a stronger version of yourself, mentally and physically. It's about taking control of your health and well-being in a world that's constantly trying to make you sick and sedentary. The power is in your hands. You have the information, you have the tools. The question is, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to let this be another year of good intentions and no follow-through, or are you going to grab this thing by the horns and make it happen? My advice? Pick one thing from what we talked about today and start there. Just one. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. That's a recipe for burnout. Small, consistent steps. That's the path to lasting change. This is Rimsus, signing off. Go out there, put in the work, stay consistent, and I promise you, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Let's make 2025 legendary. Peace.